Välkommen alle sammen. Today we are looking at a little gameplay here about the romance between Eivor and Gunnlod, the giant from the Norse myths. So I'm going to tell you the story of Gunnlod and what she actually represents in the myths. So Gunnlod, her father was a very powerful giant called Suttungr, and he basically was pissed off at some dwarves and he was about to drown them, but to save their own lives, he said that Suttung could take their sacred mead of poetry. Now, I know today we don't really care about poetry, but to the Vikings, it was the most highly valued skill, very sacred, so this drink would have been very, very valuable, would increase your poetry ability. So he took it home, and his daughter Gunnlod was said to keep guard of it in the deep mines of a mountain. So Odin, of course, wants some of this mead. He wants to learn some poetry. He wants to be divine and all of that. So he basically goes to Gunnlod and he flirts with her. He sleeps with her for 3 nights in a row. In exchange for Odin giving her the D, she allows him 3 sips of the mead. But then Odin drank the whole damn thing, and then of course her father, Suttungr, was pissed off. So just like a high school boy caught sneaking into his girlfriend's room, Odin turns himself into an eagle and hightails it out of there, like many of us have done. So I'm not going to go over this whole myth and translate everything because it'll take too long, but as some of you may know, Odin represents the spirit. Directly translated from Old Norse, his name can mean spirit. Gunnlod, her name directly translated means invitation to battle or war. So exactly what this myth represents, we're not sure. But we do know that it's some sort of ritual that it represents. There are a few other myths just like this, which tell of a maiden offering the hero a drink of mead. And we also know that the pagans had a ritual for this all over Europe.
What are you brewing?
And other places too, really, where a shaman or a priest would offer the initiate or the hero a drink of some sort of drink to achieve spiritual awakening or wisdom. So that's what this myth and Gunnlod represents in the myths. There are many theories as to what it was exactly and when it was practiced, but it was possibly a pre-war ritual, something that a hero would do to get into fighting shape and also make his poetry better after the battle was over. And there's also a parallel of this myth in the Vedic tradition, so the Indo-European thing. So if you go back 8,000 years when the Indians and the Europeans were the same people with the same language and gods, we probably had an identical myth to this. So this is probably a very, very ancient myth. And there are tons of theories that I can go into. I don't have time for it in this video, but if you want to learn more, you can check out my other channel, and I break it down with all the sources. The link to that is in the description below. But that's about it for now. Vi ses nästa gång.